Hi, Scott Whitley here. Hope you're doing well. I've got a quick tip I'd love to share with you that could just improve your improvising exponentially very quickly. If we haven't met before, my name's Scott Whitley and I regularly make content like this to help you improve your bass playing. So please subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I make a new video. Just before we get into it, I'd like to quickly share some really exciting news. I'm releasing my first ever solo EP. If you hop over to Indiegogo, I'll put the link in the description below. You can see what's going on. There are tons of really exciting perks and you can pre-order the EP there. When you first get into improvising, whether it's soloing or you want to play fills or licks, usually you'll start by learning some kind of scale or a number of scales. The problem people face time and time again is that they learn these scales, arpeggios, modes, all that stuff, and then it just becomes something that they know how to play. They don't know what to do with it. And what happens is something like this. So I'm going to take the blues scale as an example, right? They'll tend to do this kind of thing. So, you know, they're playing the right notes, they're playing the scale, they're trying to mix it up a bit, maybe like slow it down a little bit. But essentially what's happening is the scale's just kind of being played up and down. And it doesn't really make for great music. It's not terribly inspiring. And what I'm realizing more and more and more is that so much musicality comes from the phrasing and the rhythm rather than simply the notes themselves. I've already made a more in-depth video about this concept called Think Notes First, I think. I'll put it in the description below. But this is a much quicker, more instant kind of version of that way of thinking. The first thing you need to do is get at least one scale down really well, so it's kind of locked into your muscle memory. So it could be the blues scale, it could be a mode, anything, you know. I'm going to use the blues scale because that's what I used in that example a second ago, so you can hear the difference. If you're finding it difficult to lock a scale into your memory or your muscle memory, then a little trick you can do, sounds a little bit childlike, but it's a great idea. I've done it before. You can put stickers under the strings on the frets where your fingers go to play the scale. So, you know, the blues scale will be a sticker there, one there, there. This is in A, of course, there and there. Now that you've really committed that scale to memory or muscle memory, or you've put your stickers on the fingerboard, forget that these are notes. For the next few minutes, these are not notes. These are percussion instruments. Tom-toms, cymbals, whatever. They are now percussion instruments, not notes. Bear with me. And now what you do is you play your rhythm, right? And you groove along on one note. So you can just play, I'm going to play eighth notes like this. You could just set something really simple up on one note, on the root note, okay? And then every fourth bar, we're just going to think of a rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, dum 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 dum. I'm going to try and do that again. Dum 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 dum. So you get that rhythm and you just hit these tom-toms. Dun 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 dun. In any order at all. Dun 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 dun. Now I'm going to do it without mouthing the rhythm so you can hear it on its own. And a bit more legato. Here we go. One more. Could be one note, you know. instantly way more musical, I'm sure you'll agree. And the reason is, as soon as you start looking for the notes here, and even if you've got your kind of theory a little bit together and you understand that that's a flat 7 and that's a flat, you know, all that stuff, if you're looking for that, if you're searching from that direction, if you're coming from that direction, then it's going to sound that way. If you think the phrasing or the rhythm first and then simply apply that to notes you know you can use or percussion instruments, then you're making great music. Even if you didn't play a note, right, that's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to be real. It's going to be something from inside you, right? So I'm just going to hit the board. It still works musically. Whereas yeah, it works okay, of course it does, but it's not got as much impact, it's not got as much voice, it's not got as much soul about it. Essentially, it's not as musical. And that's all there is to it. I would recommend that you either record yourself when you're doing this, then if you play something that sounds really great, you can then take the time to really learn that and play that over and over in a loop, and then that becomes one of your own licks that you came up with, and it becomes kind of locked into your vocabulary as a bass player. Or at the very least, if you play something and you're really, really happy with it, maybe just take a moment to stop and go, what was that? What was that? And then unpick it, see what intervals you were playing, you know, flat 5, 5, in whatever way you like. Take that moment just to really learn it and put it into your musical toolkit. Thanks as always. Don't forget to go and check out the EP. The link's on the screen now, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.